morning.
Good morning. We're together. Woo.
And the sun is shining. Welcome to our first Monday morning virtual re-up.
It's re-up time, babies, and this is what happens on a Monday. We want to keep it punchy. We want to keep it pacey. We want to keep it moving along. We're not always going to be in the middle of the field. It's just how we're rolling today. But the idea is, like for me on a Monday morning, I'll have had 2 meetings already. I'll have written my plan of the week. And then I'm probably on a coffee break round about now, about 10:30, wishing that the week would just kind of disappear and I could get back to the weekend. Yeah. So what we're going to do...
No, similar with me. So I will have, gone through those early morning emails, made sure the world is still spinning and everything's still okay. I've already had kind of in my brain what I want to achieve this week, but I need to really solidify it down. So we share this generally within our the people that have come to our retreats, and we do this online and through WhatsApp anyway. But this we thought would be a really good way of energizing the group because we do it anyway, and we thought we might share it.
So let's start with question number 1. Lindsay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you doing this week?
How am I doing this week? I am a 7-8 this morning. Ooh. Out of 10. So 8 because holidays are nearly there. 7 because there's still quite a lot of business stuff that it needs to be ironed out.
I think I'm also a 7-8.
Okay.
We're normally not great at allowing each of the 2 numbers. So
okay, I'm gonna go 7 then.
Okay, yeah, 7 as well. Ooh. 7 as well. Because I've been away on a conference all last week. I'm in my head quite a bit with it all. At the same time, there's been 150 emails in my inbox. So I know there's a mountain that needs to kind of get cleared down. But I'm kind of excited as well. Some new things are brewing in one of my businesses. We've got a new starter that accepted a job on Saturday. So yeah, and we've got a team photo shoot on Friday. So that's how we're spending the whole day by the sea all together as a team. Taking photos. So yeah, the week gets better as it goes on.
And hopefully it'll be sun shining on Friday. Sorry to throw that in there. So yeah, the next thing we normally do is we talk about our no-fail goals. So if you've not had a plan, if you've not really thought about what you're wanting to achieve this week, then you're just going to go round and round in circles. So we really do need to have a plan in terms of what do you want to do. And again, it doesn't need to be a massive list. It might be 1 thing, it might be 2 things, it might be 3 things. We don't really want more than that. But there we go. So we're going to share what our no-fail goals are personally for this business, for our business, and also for well-being as well. Yeah. Really important, those both things. We have both of them in our heads and are prioritizing well-being as well as our business growth.
And just in case you missed it, there's this post. Oh, I don't know what you can see. I can't see anything here. Yeah, there's this post that will come out on a Sunday night. Yeah. And that's about looking back over the week. How did you do last week? And then looking forwards. So I'm going to read my NFTs from the post that I posted in the group. If I can find them, talk amongst yourselves. So last week was a banger. So for those of you that don't know, I'm trying to get a mentoring business up and running. I mentor a lot of people informally. And I go live every Sunday evening, just waffling about whatever's gone on in my head.
Not a waffle, it's very nice.
But 2 people contacted me on the back of that, particularly as I'd had a criticism about it, saying it's just not one of your best ones. So it was really interesting. 2 people just wanted a one-off session, which is what Lindsay and I do actually, so a power hour. And both of them just said, they came back a few days later and said, my gosh, what the questions that you asked have just really shifted me on. So that was really cool for me because that gives me so much energy. So it's my big wins from last week. And this week, I want to reconcile my finances. I've been, it's a dreary task of the month, isn't it? But it's that time. I need to finalize a blog for Just Helpers. Based on the conference that we went to with the pool guy, I'm churning out a blog a week at the minute, trying to answer some of the key questions out there about cleaning. And I need to start an awards application with my PA, Rosemary, and reduce my inbox by 50% to give me a bit of mental health space. The other thing I'm going to do, well-being-wise. I
was going to say, well-being-wise.
I need to rejoin my gym because when we had an expense call, I cut the gym. But the swines at David Lloyd's want to charge me £180 for the membership that cost me half that. So I'm figuring out the local amenities at the moment, which is challenging. But I will make a decision by the end of the week.
Lovely, lovely. And for me, so last week I also had a couple of wins, and this isn't every week that we have this. So I won 2 pieces of business. So one that's been bumbling along for a while, well, actually nearly a year.
Wow.
Actually came in. So again, long game. And one that actually I didn't think was going to turn into something, and did. And I have that meeting booked in next week, which is great. A little bit of cash in the bank before the holidays. Love that. So that's what happened for me. And then this week, oh, sorry, they were the 2 wins. And then, sorry, last week as well, software challenges. So software is a big part of my business in terms of social media. Costs are escalating there. I'm trying to figure out whether it's worthwhile. Plus my business is in a stage of growth, and staffing is really important as we move forward. But I'm in that very tricky situation where at a stage of growth, you've not necessarily got the capital to be able to do the growth that you need to be able to move things forward. So it's the juggle in that. Sorry, so excuse me. So this week is all about make a decision on the sweatings. What are you going to do? Are you going to sit up? Are you going to crack on, or put a whole system in place? Or number 2, and I think that links to number 1 really in terms of the staffing and things that I need to do. So really looking forward to having extra time with this lady today to be able to muddle through that and make sense of it in my very mushy brain. And then of course this time next week I will be on holiday. Hallelujah. So I will have time to stop, think, reboot, which makes all of these decisions that are quite hard this week when you're tired even easier when we come back after the holiday. But still, stuff needs to be done now. It cannot wait till after the holiday. I need to make those calls and try and make that work. So that's my no goal.
Nice.
Sweet.
So that's how these sessions are going to grow. They're going to be quite punchy. The more people that join, we'll just go into breakout rooms and have this discussion, so that there's probably no more than 4 or 5 people that you're hearing from, because you've got your own stuff to be balancing. You don't need to be hearing 30 other people's stuff either.
Absolutely. But equally, we all have challenges. Whatever. These people who put it out there, they've got everything sorted.
They are lying. Yeah.
So, sorry.
You heard it here first.
And then we thought, let's have a boogie. Let's get a little bit of energy in the room. And we'd love to put this out to you guys. So we have a little playlist in terms of songs that give us energy and kind of give us that oomph into the week. But we'd love your input in terms of what are your top mood boosters, your motivational tracks,
anthems that pump it out for you.
Absolutely.
And there's no, do you know what I mean? Any music goes. So
rock,
no judgment.
Jazz.
Taze, whatever you want. We'll take it all. We'll take it all. Also, we recognise like us. So for you, the extreme of being energized might just be a subtle head nod. We'll take that too.
Or a little
upside,
seat
seat shuffle. Yeah,
seat shuffle.
We'll even take a little surreptitious toe tap as well. So there's no pressure at all. The idea though is that it just lifts you with high energy to get out and crack on with your week and get shit done.
Absolutely. So you will have seen the post that I did yesterday with the collage of different people. Antoinette didn't get it. So, and I hope some of you maybe did. So this is back to one of my loves. My biggest love is Declan Donnelly. Still, even now, I would dump my husband if Declan walked in tomorrow, even with the kids and everything. Yeah, anyway, but I know it's a bit weird. It's fine. It's not Brad Pitt. It's Declan Donnelly. But anyway, so they obviously are, well, they're just amazing musicians, aren't they? So back
choice this week.
So back in the day, it came on the radio the other day when I was driving, and I was like, yes, this is a Monday morning tune. This is what we're going. So we're going to kick it off with Let's Get Ready to Rumble. We can put our heads in shame.